Hey Aquarius, welcome to Get Life 333. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Jackie. I'm going to do a We're in a Weird Place and What is my partner thinking spread. Aquarius, what's going on? I had to tell you my pre-shuffle. I'm not getting a good feeling at all. My nose was itchy, my ears were itchy, my back was hot. Those are all signs that dealing with a little bit of a dark energy here. So I just want to front load this. First of all, general messages, you guys know the deal. You take what resonates, throw out the rest, right? I'm telling you right now, though, I'm getting very specific messages for you guys. So if this doesn't resonate with you guys, please don't leave me any hate in the comments, okay? Please look at your rising, your moon, and your Venus, okay? Remember, your sun sign is just your ego. Just your ego. Ah. Alright, I could tell already. Okay, we're doing a lover spread, if you can tell already. I pulled your oracle from the Wisdom of the Oracle. Now that's for you. These cards are going to be what's happening with your partner. Yeah, I like the lover spread because, you know, obviously it's the perfect card for this. But also I just want to show you guys, check this out. How you see the gray clouds there? That just indicates it's like a metaphor for all the issues that a lot of couples have to straighten out once they pass the honeymoon phase. You know, we all get into that, the honeymoon phase is very easy to be in. It's when real life sets in, reality sets in. Let me turn that down a little bit. When reality sets in, it starts to become a little more challenging. All right, so I want to just get right into this. Your oracle, never-ending story. I'm seeing messages here that I'm not surprised about. And those of you who've been listening to me know, I'm really never a negative person. I'm going to tell you at the end what I'm feeling, very much so, but not until the end. Let's go through this because I don't want to get ahead of myself. So, never-ending story. This is a beautiful card. Aquarius. What this oracle wants you to know is the voice that you hear in your head and in your stomach is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in some lie that was perpetuated somewhere along your path that wants to protect you. And this is going to sound harsh, and please forgive me, but needs to be seen as a victim. And let's talk about that for a second. It's because it's like, you're not getting that that's not your story. It's not your story. It's not your story. Like, all that little voice in you knows is fear. That's it. It's distorted guidance that's been preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story. And the narrator is simply this scared little pink thing inside of you that's just really scared. Just really scared. You know? And having to do with the context of this reading, you know, look, sometimes your heart enters into a contract with another person that results in pain. And it could be for a bunch of reasons. It could be because of abuse and neglect, or it doesn't even have to be. It could be for so many other things, more complex reasons. Because life is very complex. It's not so black and white, right? But shame and fear of intimacy and low self-esteem are the greatest challenges to the success of a relationship like this. So you have to really think about how valuable this knowledge is, like knowing how you do relationships, you know? Because I'm getting that right now, whatever ends up here, you guys are in a space for healing. But you really need to reflect on the stories that you sort of wove inside of yourself about love and connection and abandonment, rejection and loneliness. And not only do you need to begin a new story, you need to forgive yourself for telling yourself those old ones. You really need to have compassion for that part of you that believes all those stories, because none of them were ever true anyway, you know? And that's your crowning energy, so let's get right into this. Aquarius, This is going to be what your partner is thinking, okay? Their perspective. Obviously, because it's a general reading, things could be flip-flop for sure. Absolutely, okay? Vice versa, and you know the deal. All right, so we're starting up with the Nine of Wands. Yeah, okay, so Aquarius, when you got together, yeah, look, this card's astrological association is Moon in Sagittarius. So this shows me that this person was someone who showed resilience and strength of character. And it combines like a sensitive mind, you know? Like the Moon with Sag qualities of directness also have like the ability to be really perceptive and a willingness to take risk, you know? And this is also a person who comes off as someone who really likes to dig for the truth, really dig for the truth. And that's a great thing, okay? As long as they're approaching it, right, from a clear mindset, of course, right? But, yeah, I mean, I'm getting like they just reflect wisdom of experience, what they did to you. You know, this is basically how you saw them, what they projected off to you, you know? But at the same time, I'm getting that this person also, when you guys met, they had demands and pressures in their life that burdened them when you guys met. So I'm not sure if you knew about this from the beginning or not, but I am definitely, I mean, this card is absolutely this idea of burden, but it also does have these wonderful, of being burdened, but it has these qualities of being, having these Sagittarian traits. So I could see why you fell for them, because it's very attractive, okay? And then we have the Empress, and they viewed you as just incredible, you know, in their mind. They saw you as this abundant person, very sensual and secure and emotionally supportive. And, you know, the Empress is linked to Venus, the planet of love and warmth and light. So, yeah, it's just so, you know, beautiful. They really saw you in this way. And they saw themselves creating a new life with you. You know, and they felt nurtured and safe in your presence, Aquarius. Like, they genuinely idealized you in their mind, okay? They idealized you. Let me go into the Two of Cups reverse. So, okay, moving forward. Okay, there began to be some stress in the relationship, and this made them feel really disappointed. Something began to bother them. Their intuition was poking at them in some way, and they began to sense a secret. You know, like you were possibly cheating on them, or in some way being disloyal to them, but yet you were acting like all was fine. So while they should have communicated this bad feeling to you in a rational way, they accused you, or they went quiet. One or the other, I'm getting. But either way, communication became blocked, okay, for you guys. It's like this thing happened, and yeah. Okay. All right, okay, the next two things I need to tell you. For those of you who are in established relationships, this is that you both became just really crazy, just so busy in your life. There's just too much stress going on, period. That your communication suffered, creating this series of misunderstandings between the two of you. And, you know, but, you know, if that is your situation, I'm getting like, if just work from both sides, you know, like for each of you to be willing, that connection could be fixed. So both of you need to be, you know, willing to do it. But yeah, this happens. Look, people get busy. And, yeah, I mean, listen, that's the second reason for divorce, right? First one is money. And then the second one is lack of connection, because that's where the infidelity comes in. But, all right, of course, I have to tell you what I'm getting. And I get to get this for one other sign. I don't remember what it was, but I feel like this is the narrative that your partner was telling themselves in their head, that you were the one who had a secret and you were the one who was maybe cheating. But I feel like this was a narrative that they created in their mind to deflect what they were actually doing. I just do. Well, maybe it was in like your last read. I'm just getting very strong deflection here. Oh my gosh. I have to tell you, like, I got such bad energy when I was doing the pre-shuffle, and it was absolutely when I was meditating on the archetype of Aquarius's partner, not when I was meditating on you. Okay? And it was so bad that, you know, this is my Palo Alto. I burn this baby only when I get like the darkest energy coming in, just to cleanse it. And I did some serious Palo Alto cleansing, I have to tell you. But anyway, back to this. I'm getting that there's deflection going on here, that they told themselves a narrative, trying to create a scenario in their head where you were actually being some sort of shady, disloyal, cheating on them or something, as a way to excuse the fact that they actually wanted to do something. And I don't know what yet, but I feel like that is the case there. Let's keep going. Then we have death reverse. Okay. So death reverse, this is, look, this is endings and beginnings, Aquarius. So, all right, let's see. Because it's endings and beginnings all at once. So this was sudden. And I feel like your partner was shocked. Like they felt like they had no control over the external events that were going on, and they were feeling incredibly anxious and stressed. It's really unable to comprehend what happened. And they didn't want to accept it. They just didn't want to, because they believed that, okay, I don't know, maybe your partner got arrested, or they cheated on you and they got caught, or they became involved in something very huge that was really negative that they just couldn't get out of, and the whole thing fell down, and they somehow got caught up in something. Now, you could have been the one who cheated here too on them. Okay, I mean, we could get that, right? This could be it. But either way, what they were thinking at this point is that when it came to your relationship, it could not be mended. Like there was no way back. No way back. I'm getting they felt this very strongly. Now, I don't know if it's because you caught them or they got caught doing something, and that there was no way in their mind that you were ever going to take them back, or they caught you cheating and it was a deal breaker for them. One or the other. Okay? Yeah, and they just didn't want to accept it. But I don't know, I feel like it was them, because I know we have this judgment reversed here. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. Well, anyway, for whatever reason, I'm just feeling like somebody got caught doing something, and that needed to... This created the Ace of Wands energy. So you guys could no longer be together for a while, at least during this time period here. This Ace of Wands reverse energy, yeah. I mean, this can indicate a lack of commitment from a man. Only a man, like that's for some reason, that's what that card indicates. But really, it just means time apart as a couple. So for some of you, this does indicate a difficulty conceiving a child, and the incredible and extreme and back-breaking weight that can impose on a couple. That may resonate with some of you, but I'm getting that you guys were just split up during this point. And then we have the judgment reverse. So they just became so stuck in the past, refusing to learn the lessons that were there for them to learn, Aquarius, you know. They became stuck in old patterns that they couldn't break free from, because it's like they didn't recognize that they were doing it, you know. This was about them reverting back to a way of thinking that was familiar to them, even though it was unhealthy. Yeah. They felt trapped. They felt trapped. They were feeling this sense of like delay in their life, a delay. They just weren't able to move forward. And they just couldn't really identify why, because they weren't being honest with themselves. They just weren't. Yeah, they weren't. They just couldn't see. They just, you know, it's like they have the ability with this energy to self-judge in a good way, their actions and attitudes and behaviors, and and try to move on. But I'm getting that when they were self-judging themselves because of this situation, they weren't seeing clearly what they actually did. But in their mind, they understood their mistake or mistakes and the situation, and they forgave themselves. They forgave themselves and resolved to be different moving forward. Except I'm getting that they didn't unpack their role in the demise of your relationship. They weren't taking responsibility, and they went into this kind of like self-protection mode and made the choice to leave all their mistakes in the past and move forward, being and feeling free of it. Like, they did this thing and they wanted to just move forward and kind of like forget about it, which was incredibly disrespectful to you, because they did this thing and you two separated and they focused on forgiving themselves, and they weren't really concerned, or it didn't care enough about how this all impacted you, you know, and then ultimately the relationship. Yeah. Then we have the High Priestess reverse, and I don't know, Aquarius, I'm getting they went down this very wrong path at this point. Either listening to bad advice, or they've clearly broken intuition at this point. Yeah, okay, listen, I mean, there are or were, I'm definitely getting secrets here that need to be out in the open. You know, and these are the kind of secrets, though, that can be potentially harmful if they don't come out, you know, if they're kept in for too long. So this could be something like, and these are truly just examples. Maybe they got somebody pregnant. Maybe they're actually gay. Maybe they have some sort of STD. You know, something that would be damaging if it didn't come out, you know? Or maybe that they were in maybe that they were in another relationship. Maybe your partner's married, and you know? Yeah. And then we go to the Knight of Cups here. So I'm getting that they tried to come back to you with this new proposal, acting like really romantic and loving, and they were being very idealistic. And while they want the relationship, it's like they're hiding behind this perfect partner persona, you know, real gallant and generous. But they just couldn't drop the act. It was an act. You saw right through it. You saw right through it. Oh my God, Aquarius, you saw right through it. I'm so sorry. I don't trust this energy. I feel like this person is offering the same cup to another person. Do you suspect this? I don't know. And we have the Five of Swords energy. Oh my God. I feel like they think they're being victimized by your refusal and arguing with them. Like, they see you as completely unreasonable and not thinking right. Yeah. Except what they don't know is that this card is a Venus and Aquarius card. And so it's Venus in your sign. So you have the planet of love cranking up your intuition times 10, and you do not trust them, even though you so badly want to. You so badly want to. You know, I'm just really growing to hate that word narcissist. I really am. I really am. I meditate to keep that energy out, because that energy cannot be mitigated. But I am just feeling, okay, I'm not going to say a narcissist, but I'm going to say at least this, okay? This person at least has codependency issues, because I feel like I'm getting the vibe, and I hope I'm not offending you, but I am getting the vibe that they are someone who always needs constant attention. And they always need to deflect the blame onto somebody else. Nothing is ever really their fault. They really don't look at themselves very clearly. It truly is like their lens is broken when they look at themselves. It's like they pick out fragmented pieces of themselves to assess and evaluate and feel good about themselves, but they're not looking at the whole picture and the totality of what they do. So I just feel like this might have been the deal from the beginning, only because going back to what I was first saying, like that feeling I was getting, where they felt burdened by something when you guys met, like they had this stress. So I don't know, was it another relationship? Was it a wife? Or was it this where they knew they weren't going to be fully willing to give themselves to this? I had to tell you, that is one thing that's preventing me from calling them a full-blown narcissist, because narcissists typically don't feel that burden. Like, everything is okay with them all the time. And they act like they get upset at certain points, but this person is definitely nursing some very deep shit from their past. I'm talking way back. And look, I'm getting this in all the readings like never before, one right after the other. Everybody's being made to look at their past, but I mean, these people, this person, they need to really reflect on the pain in their life from their earliest days. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's pull a yes, no card. I'm sorry, Aquarius. I'm sorry if you still feel love for this person and this is your situation. If this didn't resonate with you, please don't try to make this fit. But if this didn't resonate with you, please check out your other signs, especially your Venus sign for this sign. Okay, God, Spirit, Universe. Will Aquarius and their partner evolve out of this weird space that they're in? Will Aquarius and their partner evolve out of this weird space that they're in? Will Aquarius and their partner evolve out of this weird space that they're in? No. Aquarius. No, it's a reversal, and it's a major arcana, and it's the Fool. Okay, so this would mean to me that even if you guys were to get back together, you would just never feel clear. You would never have a clear path with this person. This was not a healthy relationship for you, Aquarius. So I feel like this weird space that you guys are in, if you are still with this person, the cards do indicate and the energy does indicate that this is probably not the healthiest thing for you. Okay? I'm sorry I couldn't deliver you a better message. Thanks for hanging out with me, Aquarius. I'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.